Hi everyone. In a minute we're going to begin our second day of shared reading, but I wanted to start here in Schoology just as a reminder that you're going to be posting some of your thinking along the way through the lesson in here like we did yesterday. Today we're going to be using Day 2 folder, so if you click on that in Schoology it will take you to the assignments. We have two assignments in Day 2, one called visualization, since that's the skill we're working on today, and then there is another one for the closure. So I'll ask you a couple times in the lesson to just pause the video and go ahead and go in and complete these two tasks. I will also be asking you throughout the video just to pause and think about what you're visualizing as I'm visualizing out loud for you. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears though and bring up our poem that we're using. So this should look familiar. This is the same one we had yesterday, and we're going to go ahead and begin our lesson. Remember, if you have any questions throughout, just feel free to stop the video and raise your hand. Okay, yesterday we previewed this poem, The New Colossus by Emma Lazarus, to become familiar with the structure and layers of the meaning of the poem. We noticed many items such as the title, the date, the author, key vocabulary that was pulled out, remember it was underlined and then pulled out over here, as well as different types of punctuation. Today we are going to read the text and visualize. Readers use visualizing or envisioning to help understand the meaning of a text. Visualizing helps the reader to make personal connections to a text and to the larger concepts. This poem is rich in vocabulary, which automatically lends itself to pushing our minds to conjure images and make connections to prior knowledge we have about concepts. My expectations for you today are to continue to have your eyes on the text as we read it, and that you are ready to share your thinking throughout the shared reading lesson in Schoology. Remember, I will be sharing my thinking out loud with you so that you can hear, see, and feel how I visualize while reading this poem, so that at another time on your own, you can do the same. Let's begin with our eyes on text. I'm going to begin rereading the poem from yesterday. You will follow along. I will stop periodically to share out my thinking and give you some time to process as well. Let's start with the title again. So we have Emma Lazarus, 1883 is the author. The title is The New Colossus. Every time I hear that title, I start to kind of think about some things. I'm remembering from yesterday, we noticed that some of the words over here were pulled out, including this one, Colossus, meaning huge or large in reference to a large ancient Greek statue of the sun god. So I'm kind of already starting to picture some items, maybe like a large statue, but not a lot more. So let's keep reading. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Now my mind is generating some historical images. I see Greek gods, maybe just one Greek god, that is very muscular and strong because of the words Greek fame. I also see large arms and legs that stretch across the land or a map from the wording limbs astride from land to land right here. Let's go ahead and just pause for a minute. You don't have to pause the video, but just think to yourself, what are you starting to visualize? And start kind of keeping track of some of those items. Maybe even think about in the poem what lines register with you with images. Because we're going to go into Schoology in a little bit and have you capture that. But not at this point. So we're going to keep reading and hopefully conjure up some more images. So let's bring it back to the poem. And I'm going to begin here on this line. Here at our sea-washed sunset fate shall stand, a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is imprisoned lightning, and her name Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that two twin cities frame. Oh my goodness, my mind is overflowing right now with images. If I go back to the first few lines and reread to myself, I see the ocean and some type of metal gate that looks a little tarnished or water damaged from the waves. Just like the first line, here at our sea-washed sunset gate shall stand. I see a figure, a large, strong woman, from the lines, a mighty woman. Think about to yourself, what are you starting to see? I'm going to keep reading, but keep those things in mind. Keep ancient lands your story pomp, cries she, with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Now if you remember, I know that we pulled this out yesterday, that punctuation in this part of the poem, the second stanza had some punctuation, some quotation marks. So I'm starting to hear some emotion. I hear, see, and feel some emotions because of these words, and maybe even from the punctuation. I hear a female's voice talking to me, or the audience because of the punctuation is evident in the words. Keep ancient lands your story pomp, cries she. I see a picture large groups of people trying to struggle to breathe within the lines of huddled masses yearning to breathe free. I feel comfort and parental type protection from these words, especially when I read, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. So again, think about where you're hearing, seeing, or feeling emotion in the poem. Let's keep going. The wretched refuse of your teeming shores, send these, the homeless tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. I'm going to go ahead and say pause the video at this point. Hopefully you've got some images bubbling up and some lines that you can reference to those images. Go ahead and pause and go into Schoology and complete the visualization task. I'm going to click over one more time and show you. When you click into the visualization task, you're going to post an image as well as what that image means to you and where you got that image from in the poem. So a line from the poem, just like here, like Jen did with this picture of a statue, and then she has under here, not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, so of fame, excuse me. And so go ahead and post an image and a line from the poem as well. And then we're going to go back and continue to look at that poem. All right, so now as we come back after you've posted some visualization and images in that section and put some comments based on the poem, I would like to go ahead and close our lesson for the day and think about what we worked on. So today we worked on the skill of visualizing. Readers use visualization to help understand the meaning of a text. Visualizing helps to make personal connections to a text and to the larger concepts, as well as pulling together prior knowledge and new learning. I expect that I will apply this new skill when asked in the future. I would like for you guys to go ahead and pause for a moment one more time and go into that closure piece within Schoology and reflect on how has the skill of visualizing helped you understand what you are reading? Thank you.